Okay, so today we are going to talk about linear equations. Okay, now first let's quickly see what exactly linear is. So if I talk about some random linear expressions, it would be 2x plus 2. This is a linear expression. It would be 3y minus 4, t plus 6, y plus 5. All of these are linear expressions. And why are these linear expressions? Because the power or the highest power of the variable is basically 1. Okay, the highest power is 1. That is why these are linear expressions. And here we are talking about equations. So what exactly would make an expression an equation? We are going to add equal to sign, equal to sign, equal to sign, equal to sign, and then it could be any number. Let's say 0 0 0 0, and all of these four are basically linear equations. Okay, so linear expression is just whenever you have x, y, t, m, any variable, but the power of variable must be 1. It cannot be greater than 1. And when you can see equal to sign and that very thing, so that is basically your equation. The thing is, how do we solve linear equations? This is what we need to talk about. Okay, let's talk about the very first one. So let's say I have 2x plus 2 equals 0. Now all of us know, in order to solve any equation, I need to get rid of everything that is with my variable, just so I have my variable alone. Okay, so this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side, this is my variable. I need to make it alone, so I'll take this positive 2 on the other side and it would become 2x equals minus 2. Okay, so I have taken this positive to the other side and it became minus 2. Now this 2 is being multiplied with x, so I am going to divide this 2 on the other side, and this is going to give me minus 2 divided by 2. So this is going to be minus 1. So this means that x is equal to minus 1. And solving any equation implies that you need to find out the value of that very variable. Very good, Taha. Okay. Well done. This was just the first question. Things would get better in some time. Please hold on for some time and then I'll address your queries. Okay. Let's talk about the second one. It says 3y minus 4. So the second one is 3y minus 4 equals 0. Okay. Again, it's minus 4. I need to take this minus 4 on the other side, and this is going to become 3y equals 4. Now I have 3 and this 3 is being multiplied by y. So I need to get rid of this 3. And since it is being multiplied on the left side, it would be divided on the right side. So it would become y equals 4 by 3. So this is going to be the answer. Anyone who is not able to understand the basic idea? Yes, all the students,
I
please
understood.
tell
Understood.
me honestly if you have any queries.
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay. So that's perfect. Okay. So are you guys comfortable with the linear equations? one second. Is the question, do we have to simplify fraction more? Okay. Now one of the students is saying if we are supposed to simplify 4 by 3 more, or if we can leave it like this is your choice. And it also depends upon the question. If the question says give your answer correct to 3 significant figures or 2 decimal places, that would mean that you need to convert this to a decimal number and then you'll give the final answer. Or if the question says that give your final answer in this format, this basically is a mixed number. So for that, you will have to convert 4 by 3 to a mixed fraction. So this totally depends upon the question, right? For now, we're not doing any past paper questions. So just let's keep it like this. But when we will do questions, you'll get to see that it would be a variety of, variations. In some questions, it would be that you need to give the answer in decimal, and for some it would be that just leave the answer as a fraction and stuff like that. Okay, so if nothing is mentioned, you can give the answer in whatever way you want to. That's fine. Okay, perfect. So this is basically a quick idea about equations. Bipesh, are you able to understand this? Please tell me honestly.
Yeah, yes, ma'am, understood. I
Okay,
understood this.
all right, perfect. Okay, this means that all of us are good to go for the simultaneous equations. Now it's very unlikely that the examiner is going to ask you to solve any equation, like not directly, obviously. In every other question of the maths exam, you will be solving equations, but not exactly that way, right? So we'll talk about questions and then you'll get to practice this concept. Before that, we need to talk about this more important thing, that is a new topic, a new chapter, something extremely important, and that is simultaneous equations. Okay. Now you would be familiar with the word simultaneously. That I was doing this and that simultaneously, and it's an English word. What exactly does this word mean? It means that when you are dealing with two things at the same time. How? We'll see that. Okay. Let me write down one sample question just so you guys get to understand the idea. The question would be something of this type: solve the pair of simultaneous equations. The question or the statement of the question would be something of this type, and it would be x plus 3y equals 6 and x minus y equals 2. Now please pay attention, it's important. Okay, simultaneous equations may basically you will be getting two equations at a time, and you would be having two variables in those equations, and the examiner would expect that you need to find out the values of these two variables. First of all, let's talk about what is the difference in simultaneous equations and what we were doing. We were solving these equations. So what was there? I had one equation and I had one variable. So life was very easy. I was supposed to make this one variable the subject. That means I was supposed to separate this variable on one of the two sides of the equation. And on the other side, I got the value of the variable. But what is happening here? Here, I have a pair of equations. It means I don't have one equation, I have two equations. And in every equation I have two variables. Now technically I don't know which variable should I make the subject, and it's not that straightforward. So we are going to follow a method to solve simultaneous equations. Now when it comes to simultaneous equations, we have two methods: either the elimination method or substitution method. Elimination is good, it's easy. Substitution is also very good, but for now let's only talk about elimination method. Okay, only the elimination method. So this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So we have two equations. Now what I can see is that in both the equations I have x. So if I do equation 1 minus equation 2, what would this mean? Equation 1 minus equation 2 would mean that I can subtract the left hand sides of both the equations and the right hand sides of both the equations. So what would I get? 1 minus 2. So this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side. Left hand side of 1 is x plus 3y minus the left hand side of 2, that is x minus y, equals the right hand side of 1, that is 6, minus the right hand side of 2. This is going to give me x plus 3y minus into x would make it minus x, and minus into minus y would make it positive y, equals 6 minus 2 is 4. Positive x and negative x can be cancelled, and what am I left with? It's 3y plus y. It's 4y equals 4. Now just look at it. I initially had two equations where both the variables were mixed, but after doing some steps, after doing 1 minus 2, I got this equation. Now I know how to solve the simple equation, right? It's just one equation with one variable in it. So I can make y the subject by taking this 4 on the other side, and it would become y equals 4 by 4. So this is going to give me 1, okay? Please don't worry. This is the very first example. This idea would get clear in some time. Just relax, okay? The question was to solve the pair of simultaneous equations. Whenever you have been asked to solve any equation, that means you need to find out the value of all the variables in those equations. Here we have two variables. We got the value of one variable. Now we have two equations. Let's consider equation 2. You can also consider equation 1. Equation 2 implies x minus y equals 2, and we got y equals 1. So technically I can write it as x minus 1 is equal to 2. This would mean that x is equal to 3. So finally I'm getting x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. So this is going to be the answer. For the previous questions, we were getting x equals something or y equals something or t equals something. For every equation, there used to be one answer. Here, we would be finding out the value of x and y both, because we were asked to solve the pair of simultaneous equations, and here we have two variables. So we need to find out the value of both the variables, okay? Yes, this was the first question. I only expect that you guys would have understood 20% or 30% of the content, but not more than that. Just relax. Let me do another, equation, and then things would get better. Just relax, okay? And once we are done with three more questions, then I'll ask you if you were able to understand it or not. Okay, just relax for now. Okay. Question number 2 says 2x plus y equals minus 3, and then 2x plus 3y equals 3. Now this is the question. Now I came across this question again. The title was same, solve the pair of simultaneous equations. For now we only know one method, that is elimination. It is self-explanatory. We would do something such that I get rid of one of the two variables, okay? And that something would vary from situation to situation, okay? Again, here I can see 2x and 2x is same in both the equations. So if I subtract both the equations, this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. If I subtract equation 1 and 2, I would be able to get rid of the variable x. Okay, so how do we do it? I'll tell you. Let's talk about the solution. So again, I will do
Ma'am, the
equation 1.
method we ma'am, the method
Hmm.
we are doing right now is elimination method.
Yes, it's elimination method. Yes.
Okay.
So it's 1 minus 2. And when we do 1 minus 2, it's basically the left hand side of the equation. This is the right hand side of the equation. So I am going to do it this way: 2x plus y minus 2x plus 3y equals minus 3 minus 3. So how exactly did this happen? This is 1, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 2. I have subtracted the left hand sides of 1 and 2, the right hand sides of 1 and 2, and through this it would give me 2x plus y. Minus into 2x would give me minus 2x. Minus into 3y would give me minus 3y equals minus 3 would become minus 6. Next, positive 2x and negative 2x can be cancelled. Positive y and negative 3y. Now the signs are different. So I would be subtracting y minus 3y would give me 2y, and I'll be considering this sign because 3 is greater than 1. Okay. And this is equal to minus 6. So I have minus 2 here. I am going to take it on the other side. It's being multiplied here. It would be divided on the other side, and this would become y equals minus 6 divided by minus 2, and this would become 3. So I got y equals 3, but the question was to solve the pair of simultaneous equations. So pair means I need to solve or find out the value of the other variable as well. Very good, Taha. So that means I can consider any of the two equations that I had, either one or two. It's completely your choice. I'll go with one. Equation 1 is 2x plus y equals minus 3. Now I know that y is equal to 3, so I'll plug in the value of y over here. This would give me 2x plus 3 equals minus 3. This would go to the other side, and 2x is going to be minus 6 and x is going to be minus 3. So this way I got x equals minus 3 and I got y equals 3. And this is going to be the answer. Yes, anything that's coming to your mind, any query, all of you?
No, ma'am.
No questions.
All things are clear.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay. Acha. This was basically one of the two methods. Okay, it's elimination method, but I'll specifically talk about the methods later on. For now, we're talking about elimination. Okay, let's talk about another question. And it is six x plus 4y equals 62 and 3x plus 4y equals 47. Again, we have a pair of simultaneous equations and I need to solve it. So I need to analyze the two equations first. Now I can see that 4y and 4y is same. So in order to simplify these equations, what I can do is I can again consider this as the first equation, this as the second equation. I can again do 1 minus 2, and this way I would be able to cancel 4y and 4y, and I would be left with x only. So equation 1 minus equation 2 would give me what? It is going to give me 6x plus 4y minus 3x plus 4y equals 62 minus 47. Okay. Next, I'll just simplify it quickly. 6x plus 4y minus into 3x would make it minus 3x minus 4y equals 62 minus 47. Now you can just do it directly. This would give you 15, and this is the point where I can just eliminate one of the two variables, and that is y. So I can cancel positive 4y and negative 4y, and I'm left with x only. 6x minus 3x is equal to 15. The difference is going to be 3x equals 15 and 3 is being multiplied by x, so it would be divided on the other side. So x is equal to 15 divided by 3 and that is going to be 5. So this is going to be the answer. Now we are not done yet. This is just the value of x. What is the value of y? Now I would want you guys to use either equation 1 or 2 and x equals 5 to find the value of y. I'll wait. Please type your answers, okay? Very good, Noshavan. That's correct. Very good, Rabia. Okay. Very good, Moise. Okay. So how do we do it? So we got the value of one variable, that is x. X turned out to be 5. What I can do is I can consider any of the two equations. Well done, Taha, Hassan. Very good. This time around, I'll consider equation 2. Bipesh, well done. Equation 2 is 3x plus 4y equals 47. X is 5. So I'll plug in 5 here. This would give me 3 multiplied by 5 plus 4y equals 47, and this would give me 4y equals 47 minus 3 multiplied by 5, that was 15, and y is going to be 8. So this is going to be the final answer. Very well done, all of you. You guys were able to do it, okay? So this was basically the elimination method. And why is it called the elimination method? Because here we will be eliminating one of the two variables, okay? This is basically the difference. Now let's talk about another question. Wait.